Welcome to my channel. I'm Zhan Jinxu. Let's work on the problems 17 in chapter 3. In this one, this is still the relative velocity, and we can work on it together and see to solve this difficult problem. And the first one, let's look at it. It tells us there is a boat, right? And we want to make sure the initial point is there, the final position is there. And in this one, we also know the velocity of the boat to the water, 2.7 meters per second. And the angle is 45 degrees. And then in this case, we can consider this is as y component. This is as x component. Okay. Now let's work on we can solve them together. In this one we can see this is relative velocity. Very easy to understand. The velocity of boat to the shore must equal to the velocity of boat relative to water plus the velocity the water to the shore. Do you agree? Yes. No problems. And then in this one we need to find the velocity the water to the shore. And to solve these problems, it looks like we need to find the vectors component and then solve it. So at the very beginning, the most easy way to do that is to first thing we can find the angle theta in this triangle. Because they tell us at this side the length is 120 meters, this side 280 degrees or 280 meters. So for this angle theta is arctangent theta equal to 120 divided by 280. After our calculation, 23 degrees. Now, if we know this is 23 degrees, can we do that? Sure, because we can see, look at the y component. Look at the y component. We can see we can project this velocity in y component. Right? Project this velocity in y component. It is this one. And we can also project the velocity of boat relative to water in y component. This one. See, these two must equal. These two must equal. So in this one, we can find this is a velocity of boat relative to the shore times cosine theta, cosine 23 degrees, equal to the velocity this side 2.7 times cosine sine theta. Sine theta is 45 degrees. So in this way, we can find the length, the magnitude for this vector. Do you agree? Yes. Now you can see we find the magnitude for this vector. Can we find the velocity water relative to the shore? Sure. So after we find this one, this is 2.07. 2.07. So this one is given 2.07 magnitude. Next one, we need to find this one. How can we do that? Projected in the x component, do you remember? Yes, because we can project this vector velocity boat relative to the shore at this side, this one, and we project the velocity boat relative to water at x component, this one. See, the difference is just the speed, the water relative to the shore. Agree? So you can see in this one, this magnitude is given 2.7 times cosine theta, because this side, so this is 2.7 times cosine theta, so times cosine theta. And this length is just the 2.07 times sine theta, because this side is just equal to this side, and then this is in this triangle sine theta, sine 23 degrees. So use this length, so minus this length, we get the speed water relative to the shore. Right? So this one, see, this is how we get it. We use the velocity boat relative to water cosine theta minus the velocity boat relative to the shore sine theta. Then we are done. Thank you.